welcome to Perspectives. I'm Sebastian Gomes. This morning, Pope Francis encouraged Christians to look back at their lives and store in their memories all the key moments and signs of God's presence. He said we must memorize both the beautiful things done by God together with the obstacles and rejections we encountered, because God accompanies us and is not scared off by our wicked deeds. Memory, the Pope concluded, makes us draw closer to God, to an encounter of gratitude. Now, Pope Francis has sent a message to the Jewish community of Rome as it prepares to celebrate the feast of Passover. The feast, which commemorates God's delivery of Israel from slavery in Egypt, begins at dusk tomorrow and ends Saturday, April 30th. In his message to Chief Rabbi Dr. Riccardo De Segni, the Pope recalled his visit to the Great Synagogue of Rome a few months ago. "I wish to express my most heartfelt wishes for the feast of Passover," wrote Francis. It points out that the Almighty has released his beloved people from slavery and brought them to the Promised Land. May God also accompany you today with the abundance of his blessings, protect your community, and in his mercy bestow peace upon everyone. I ask you to pray for me as I assure you of my prayers for you. May the Almighty allow us to be able to grow more and more in friendship. Now, recently, Pope Francis called for a special collection to be taken up in support of the people of Ukraine. It will be held this Sunday, April 24th, in Catholic churches throughout Europe. The Pope called the collection a gesture of charity, one that, apart from alleviating material suffering, shows my personal closeness as well as that of the entire Church to the people of Ukraine. 9,208 Ukrainian civilians and soldiers have been killed, and over 21,000 have been injured as a direct result of the war in Ukraine's eastern regions and the occupation of Crimea. Ukraine is now ranked 8th in the world in highest number of internally displaced persons. Yet, it's the least financed international crisis. Caritas Ukraine, the Catholic Church's humanitarian arm in the country, is doing incredible work on the ground to support the more than 3 million Ukrainians in need. Even though the collection will be taken up in European churches, Canadians who wish to support the effort can donate to the Catholic Near East Welfare Association in Canada. Simply indicate that the donation is for Caritas Ukraine's relief program. The number to call is 1-866-322-4441. Salt and Light's new series, Every Life Matters, is premiering this weekend. Here's Archbishop Richard Smith of Edmonton with more.
Hello everybody, I'm Archbishop Richard Smith from the Archdiocese of Edmonton. As you know, our country is facing the legalization of assisted suicide and euthanasia. And for us that raises very, very serious concerns about our respect for the principle of the sanctity of human life. What will this mean for the protection of our vulnerable people? How will this affect our healthcare professionals who may be forced to enter into these practices against their consciences? We need to discuss all of this, and so that's why I'm inviting you to join me for our series that's entitled Every Life Matters. The first session, entitled What's It All About?, will air this Saturday, April the 23rd at 9 p.m. Eastern and 7 p.m. Mountain. I hope you'll be part of this. It's important that we discuss these issues together. Even more important, of course, is our collective prayer. So let's pray together that the Lord will make us His effective witnesses to the beauty and dignity of life in this moment when we're experiencing new threats to its dignity. God bless.
Be sure to check that out and more episodes of Every Life Matters, airing Wednesdays and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the next few weeks. That's all for Perspectives today. Next on the network, Pope Francis' general audience from yesterday. And later, at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, a new episode of Witness with guest Cardinal Peter Turkson, who was in charge of the drafting committee of the Pope's groundbreaking encyclical Laudato Si on care for our common home. That's coming up at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again on Monday.